From the mentality he instilled in billions of fans all over the world, to his unwavering work ethic that extended beyond basketball. This is how Kobe Bryant's death changed the NBA. Starting with the Mamba mentality. It's a phrase that carries power, intensity, and a whole lot of inspiration. This mentality was born from Kobe's nickname, the Black Mamba, and it encompasses everything he stood for, on and off the court. To sum it up, it's all about waking up at 4 in the morning while the world is still sleeping, and showing up for a 10 a.m. practice with unmatched dedication. That's the Mamba mentality right there. Putting in the work, the sweat, and the sheer determination long before anyone else is even awake. And it's not just about that. It's about showing up early and leaving no stone unturned. Imagine missing a game-winning shot from a particular spot on the court. What would you do? Well, if you had the Mamba mentality, you'd head right back to that spot and shoot 1,000 more shots until you mastered it. But it doesn't stop there. It's about pushing through the pain, both physical and mental. I mean, Kobe famously shot 2 free throws on a torn Achilles. This showed off his mentality and how he didn't let anything hold him back. Heck, he'd even pop a dislocated finger back into place, just so he could get back on the court and keep competing. That's the kind of resilience that defined the legend's approach to the game, which the entire NBA tries to follow now. It's been years since we lost him, and now a statue captures the essence of his greatness, standing tall at the crash site. The sculpture immortalizes not only his legendary status in the game, but also his role as an inspiring father. And of course, the extraordinary legacy that the Black Mamba left behind, both as a basketball superstar and as an exceptional human being. You see, this guy was more than just a player. His impact reached far beyond basketball. He ignited a fire within everyone to strive for greatness, whether it's in sports, academics, or life in general. So naturally, his death shook players as well as the whole world. I mean, growing up, so many of us watched him dominate the court, winning back-to-back championships, and even leading the Lakers to a three-peat. So, even though he's not with us anymore, those moments will never be forgotten in the NBA. Even the people who weren't die-hard Lakers fans couldn't help but be inspired. Just ask PE teacher Anthony Pykosh. While he didn't follow Kobe's career religiously, he admired the man's drive to win and compete. There's a moment that sticks out in his mind, one where the player surprised 2 Italian speakers by talking in their native tongue fluently. It showed everyone how he appreciated every culture, and that, of course, left a lasting impression on Anthony. But can you believe it's been almost 3 years since we tragically lost Kobe? I mean, it feels just like yesterday when we were watching the basketball player be the GOAT on the court. But the thing is, his impact is as powerful as ever, even in death. Sure, we can't deny the void that his absence has left behind. But looking back at his 20-year career and championship wins, you can't help but feel like he was just getting started. Heck, retirement was supposed to be a new chapter, one where he would make an impact off the court. As a devoted parent to his 4 daughters, especially Gianna, who was following in his footsteps, his role as a father was just starting. He'd become an entrepreneur and a trusted advisor to up-and-coming basketball stars. The potential for what he could have achieved was limitless. The reality is, his time was cut short, and it's a tragic loss for all of us. But here's the silver lining. The younger generation of NBA players, like Raptors guard Norm Powell, are carrying on his legacy. How? Well, Powell studied the player's every move. He even wears Kobe's iconic number 24 as a tribute and credits his breakthrough season to the Mamba mentality. Yes, he's gone, but he left behind a roadmap for greatness. Can you even imagine a more powerful message than the one he left behind? Or a brand that carries more weight? Sure, he wasn't perfect. I mean, in 2003, he faced serious allegations of assault. The case was eventually dropped, but he publicly apologized for the encounter. Throughout his career, he had his fair share of conflicts with teammates and coaches, and even demanding a trade at one point. Let's not forget how he could rub some of his teammates the wrong way, making their lives a bit more challenging. But the thing is, even in death, his story has undergone a remarkable transformation. The rough edges have been polished, revealing a path that inspires athletes and dreamers from all walks of life. I mean, the Mamba mentality and the powerful brand he created is the missing puzzle piece for so many people who pay homage to the player's unwavering commitment to excellence. And let's be honest, The modern NBA, with its year-round training and relentless pursuit of greatness, embodies exactly what he stood for. Since his death, his example has been examined and studied more closely than ever before. And guess what? It's unveiled some stuff that people didn't know about before. I mean, take it from Raptors guard Fred VanVleet, a fan of the player despite being from prime Michael Jordan territory in Rockford. He said he had been a student of Kobe's his whole life. And the Mamba mentality wasn't just about shooting every time you touch the ball or being the best player on the court. It's much deeper than that. He spent so much time with the player that he can spot the guys who genuinely love him and have studied his game, his work ethic, and even his business ventures. Then we have Stanley Johnson, who grew up on the outskirts of Los Angeles. He saw Kobe's greatness firsthand as he turned into a basketball star in California. But now with the player gone, he truly understands the impact of the examples he set. He said that the legend's work ethic, dedication to basketball, commitment to his team, his role as a father, and successful business ventures, they all contributed to helping him become a famous figure in the NBA. After all, he did set an example that's more than enough for all of us to aspire to. It's been years since he left us, but it hasn't made the sense of his loss feel any less in all this time. And today, NBA stars find their inspiration in him. He may be gone, but his impact on the game is still as strong as ever. Current players look up to him as one of the most influential figures in the history of the game. Even though his life was tragically cut short on January 26, 2020, his spirit lives on in the hearts of today's stars. Another player who feels a deep connection with him is Klay Thompson, the sharpshooter from the Golden State Warriors. As he talks about Kobe's passing, he can't help but remember the man who played in his very own home state of California. Thompson shared some incredible memories with Kobe, like when he went down the court and caught a glimpse of his idol, and all he wanted to do was say hi. He loved seeing what the player drove, what he wore, and how he walked. Those moments in the Staples Center parking lot were pure gold for the young player, and he even proudly referred to the NBA player as his good friend. How awesome is that? But Klay's admiration for him doesn't stop there. He believes that watching him play was like witnessing the modern-day Michael Jordan. He claims that Kobe was the GOAT of his era and the undisputed leader who dominated the game. And you know what? Drew Holiday of the Milwaukee Bucks agrees with him. Growing up in Los Angeles County, the player was his GOAT too. Now let's talk about the incredible legacy that the player left behind. He was a shining example of excellence, not just on the basketball court, but in everything he touched. His name became synonymous with hard work and inspiration, and it became a part of American culture. Here's something mind-blowing. Even after retiring, he wasn't the type to sit back and relax on his front porch. He showed the world what he was made of by winning an Academy Award in 2018 for his animated short film, Dear Basketball. That was just one more thing he ticked off his bucket list. Bryant's story is a testament to the power of determination and the relentless pursuit of greatness. He never settled for less and capitalized on every opportunity by working tirelessly to become the best version of himself. His legacy is a shining beacon of hope, proving that with hard work and unwavering dedication, even the hardest goals are within reach. So, let the spirit of the Black Mamba continue to inspire us all. Let's remember Kobe Bryant, the one who showed us that dreams can come true and that nothing is impossible if we're willing to put in the work. So, from his unwavering work ethic that extended beyond basketball to the mentality he instilled in billions of fans all over the world, that was how Kobe Bryant's death changed the NBA.